Hey everyone, welcome back to another lesson here on the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the biggest mistakes that beginner sellers make when listing their products on Amazon for the first time, and specifically how to fix those things. So if you're thinking about selling on Amazon soon, you haven't yet made your listing, or you're in the process of doing so, be sure to stick around to the end of this one because this could be make or break for you. So if that sounds like something you're interested in watching, be sure to stick around to the end. Be sure to like and subscribe down below. Helps me out so much as a small growing channel. Other than that, let's get right into it. So I've pulled up a market here that I've known about for quite a while, and I've looked into it in the past, and I was surprised to see that there's still the same major issue that's being had. And let me kind of show you. This is kind of the perfect market to show you what I mean when I say beginner problems that beginners make when they're listing their product. First, let's just cover this really quick. A big part of why this product doesn't work is because the product itself sucks. To put it simply, the market is there, the customers are there, people keep buying it, and it just keeps breaking. So it's this furniture mover and lifter kit for a heavy piece of furniture, right? And the problem that people keep having is that the thing is just literally breaking in half. So if we go to the reviews, like, it's just bending. It's just breaking, it's bending. We see by the pictures here, over here, bent to all high heavens. Like, just, that's completely bent. Casters are breaking, extremely frustrating, right? Like, everything is just crushing underneath the weight of the products. The whole problem is that people are saying on the listings, it'll hold a 440-pound load, and then people and the customers put a 200-pound product on it and it breaks. So one of the biggest problems that you can make in this market is see this product and fix it and then go to the market and then still no one buys it. Well, why is that happening? And it's because your value proposition isn't carrying over. Okay, like, it's not getting translated into the customer the language is speaking. And what the main problem is there is your main image is not showing off the change that you made to the product. This happens to most sellers at some point in their life. They make an awesome change to a product, then no one buys it because they just don't know the change was made. That's like the most upsetting thing you can have happen to you as a seller, is to know that you have a better product, and if the customers just tried it, they'd love it, but no one tries it because they don't know it's any different. So in these cases, the product's not going to look that different, right? You're going to make it out of a stronger metal, and you're going to make sure that the joints are welded better or something like that. That's a change that could be made. It would probably be a slightly expensive change to be made, and that's probably why it hasn't been done yet. You're probably going to have to mold, and you're going to have to come up with new design with a manufacturer and make it out of metal. It's going to be expensive, but there could be a payday at the end of that that's well worth doing. If we look at X-Ray here by Helium 10, we go revenue. I mean, there's 90,000 a month, 70,000 a month, 75, 60,000 a month, 15,000 a month. Some of the even the worst ones that have bad reviews are still doing $13,000, $16,000 per month. So the customers are probably swayed away from these ones, but they still just get sales just because, let's try and find the right product here. 5,000 per month. The ones up there had 16, 10, right? They get sales because they don't really have any other better options. Now this one, they did what I'm saying, heavy duty furniture lifter. And then they changed the aesthetic of the product, and just looking at it, I can actually tell that that's a thicker handle and it's a thicker product, and those look like better rollers. Look how thin the handle, come on picture, show up. Look how thin the handle is there. When you look at this one, it's almost twice as thick, right? So they're doing what I'm saying that you should do. So the biggest mistake we can make, just to make the title of this video really clear and get my point across and my value proposition across to you, your main images suck and they're not showing the product in the right way. They might look great and they might not suck looking at it. Oh, that's a great image. But they're not bringing the whole point of the product to the customer's attention. I would even go as far as, like, drop the color. The color's cheesy. We look at one of the best-selling one. It's all white and black. Okay? And what do we know about this product? Well, it actually is all two pieces of metal, and there's no hinge for it to break at. Right? So the one that has the best ratings is actually one that looks like it could handle a workload of what we're talking about. Now, the funny thing about this is there's no casters with this. Right? You have these little slides. Maybe that could work, but for a really heavy product, you might want to put it on wheels. If you did something like this, now this does look like kind of like a trademark design. Just looking at this, you can almost tell that this kind of design might be. At the end of the day, come up with a design that is twice as thick and the metal's made out of a better material or something. And there might be a really big, pro to doing so in a market this size. The whole point is that The whole point of today's video is that you need to be able to effectively tell your customer what it's about in a 5-second time frame. If it takes more than that, don't bother. Seriously, you don't have the time to be putting in a 1-minute story about why your product is better. At the end of it, they go, oh, I finally get it, after maybe asking a couple questions. It needs to be instantly apparent. So when you're designing your product, make sure that it is extremely easy for the customer to understand why yours is better, and you're going to be doing well. That's the biggest mistake that new sellers are making when they're creating their listing. The next thing that they're doing that is not getting the customer to fully convert to their listing is they're probably not copywriting in a way that's selling their product and describing why it's better. You can do this in copywriting and you can do it in photography. Now we're off the main image, but your copywriting should be persuasive. It should bring up the problem that other listings will have. You know they've been reading reviews. Address those reviews of other products and other brands and say, hey, we looked into designing a product that wasn't going to break. These customers were saying, literally, quote, this exact thing was happening, this hinge was breaking. So we double reinforce that. It's now made out of, this kind of steel that's not going to break under stress. And the wheels are twice as durable. They can hold twice as much as our competitors. And then in an infographic, have almost verbatim the product that your competitors are selling with like an X through it, and ours with like a big check mark, and then pointing at the specific part that was breaking, and put the words breaking, and on ours double the weight, or durable, right? So now we're really fulfilling the customer's needs by showing them the solution to their problem with a product. That's what people are coming to Amazon for, right? Initially, they're coming to Amazon to solve a problem. I have something heavy to lift. I can't do it by my hands. And then now they're faced with another problem. If they're faced with a double problem, okay, I have this problem, but now there's a problem in the market where the ones that everyone else is getting are breaking. You have the ability to solve that, and customers will thank you for doing that with their money. It's a funny way of putting it, but seriously, it's almost like winning votes. There is an element of having the best main image, and it's a little bit of a popularity contest in a way. Like, think of it in that light. How can I make the best possible product to begin with? But then even if I make the best product and no one knows it's the best product, doesn't mean anything. So I have to be on top of my marketing game and make sure that people in 5 seconds know what's different about mine and will be willing to purchase it. So that's going to do it for today's video. Make sure you're looking out for that on your next product. Hopefully you enjoyed the concept of getting a really clear, direct message across to a customer so that they understand why they should buy yours. But like I said, that's going to do it for today, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks so much. Later.